What's up, YouTube? What's up, gang, girly? Got. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another motherfucking YouTube video. Oh. Sorry, I just can't stop looking at myself. I look so good. Don't I look good, guys? Slay! I got these like press-ons. They're not new. I don't want to like clock my teeth too much, but been having them for a while. But now I'm wearing them. Do y'all like them? Do y'all see that? Ooh, yes, focus.
Yes, Gaga, you look so good.
Okay, let me stop. But yeah, I'm in my sanctuary, ready to get to tell the story time because I know y'all been dying for it. I know y'all been needing it. So yeah, I'm here to tell them. I got this little microphone too. I have it like pinned up on this motherfucking spoolie. But yeah, I got my little setup. I got my little thing going. I'm kind of nervous to tell my story, not gonna lie, because it's kind of crazy for real. I'm finally getting around to tell my little jail journey story. I'm kind of scared. But it's been a minute, and I need to talk about it since I'm out. So let's get into it. I'm kind of nervous, y'all. I'm kind of nervous. Can y'all hear me good? Let me not try to touch this too much, but I hope y'all can hear me good. Let me know if y'all really fucking with this mic because I don't know. Is it cute? Is it giving podcast? I hope so. I got my blanket. I'm trying to get warmed up in this bitch because you already know what it is, bitch. You already know what time it is, girl. It's yeah, it is like basically Christmas, to really be honest. I'm recording this around like November type shit. It's cold as fuck. It's cold as fuck. I mean, season is changing, bitch. The leaves are dying. Yeah, just wake it up. So I got this little blanket. I hope you got your little blanket one and ready to sit and chill and ready to listen to the story. Cause I'm really nervous to talk about it. I'm so sorry, but let me just get that out of the way. I'm nervous as fuck. Okay, so just sit back and enjoy. So first, oh my god. Okay, so how everything started was me and my mom. Okay, and before we even get into this, I don't condone any hate. I will not condone any hate or any negative things towards my mom because yes, me and her, we did tango to get me in this situation, but that's my mom at the end of the day. So if you got anything you need to say, please hold it. I don't want no hate towards my mom because I still love her and that's my mom at the end of the day. So let's just make that clear, okay? But it did start with me and her kind of getting into a little altercation, a little argument. This was around like December 29th to the 31st. Yeah. And so the 29th, I would say the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, me and my mom, we kind of got into an argument and kind of got into a little brawl, fight, altercation. So yeah, that's what happened. I don't know what it was about, like, to really be honest. I kind of forgot, but I know some dumb shit. Like, my mom, she likes to argue and kind of start a fight for no reason. And I don't know. I just put the full, like, the fucking flame. I put the full to the flame, bitch, and that shit just burned the whole house down. So I don't know what happened really, like, what the argument was about, but I know we just got into a little altercation. That second time, it was just me and her. At first, it was me and her and my other brother in the house, and then it was just me and her the next day. And that part is when I got arrested. So I'll kind of get into it right now. So what I do remember is I was asleep, right? And I had like my little phone propped up, playing a video and stuff like that, just going to sleep, right? And it's like 1 in the morning, right? At 1 in the morning, I get woken up out of my sleep because my mom, what I thought she was downstairs in the garage sleeping, she actually moved to my brother's room that was right next to mine, and she had came up to my room and asked me to turn down the volume, right? The volume wasn't loud. It was like 50, somewhere around loud and not too loud because I'm sleeping right next to it. I don't want it to be too loud and I'm trying to sleep. And so when she had woke me up, I kind of was like, how when you wake up and you mad as fuck for everybody, you mad as fuck at everybody, you fuck everybody, everybody could die. You don't give a fuck.
Oh.
In a sense, you know what I'm saying? Not in a sense I fuck with my mom, because I did at the end of the day, but it was just more like, why are you telling me to turn it down? It's not even that loud, and you're not even what I thought. She wasn't upstairs. She had like told me to turn it down. I kind of spaced out and ignored her. I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of my fault, a little OD, but I did turn it down. Let me just say, I did turn it down, but it was a little bit after and stuff like that. So after I turned it down, she kind of kept on bothering me, and so I kind of was just like, what are you? Like, what else do you need? Like, can you just leave me alone and stuff like that? Because I was like, girl. That turned into something else. Y'all, why did she snatch the blanket from me?
Right.
Woke me the fuck up, girl. Gagging, wake it up. I had gotten up and I was just like, hit her or anything, but I snatched the blanket right back because girl, I'm asleep. Like, you disturbed my sleep and whatnot. So go ahead, I do that, and then this small of a lady, this little chihuahua, almost small. She's like literally my height, like a 5'4", 5'3", and stuff like that. Like, she's a little bit shorter, but this small chihuahua, she threw a punch, girl, and I was like, oh shit. And kind of turned into a little altercation because I don't know what happened, but when I dodged her, I guess we flipped sides, and then she fell and I fell, and we was just fighting. When I had my black braids in, and if you remember, they were in for a while. Tried to clock my own team, but they was in for a minute. And while we was fighting, she actually pulled out 2 of my braids. What? She pulled out 2 of my braids. Woke me the fuck up. Like, girl, I was like, oh, like, like, me and my mom, we do have those, she will fight with anybody and stuff like that. She's not a scared woman. I give her props for that, because bitch, I'm the same. You know what I'm saying? But she just wouldn't go down without a fight. So kind of like tussled a little bit. The whole time I'm trying to get her off of me, she's not getting off of me. So we was going back and forth for a minute. After a while, we stopped, and then she called the cops on me. I went to jail that night, literally morning, stuff like that. I had nothing but a shirt, my pajamas on. And if you've been in jail, which I pray that most of y'all have not, that shit's cold. It's cold as fuck. So you can just imagine me just, first of all, distraught because I just got woken out of my sleep. Two, in jail. And I got into a fight with my mom. So it was just, it was very crazy shit and stuff like that. So, girl, I'm just in jail. I'm like, my head is spinning. I don't know how long I'm gonna be in here, because she didn't press charges on me, but they had to take me in because the state picked it up, I guess. So it actually, as we're here, fuck the cops. Fuck the cops that came. Fuck them, because I don't know if they're supposed to hear you out, but bitch, they didn't hear me out at all. Like, literally, they sat me down and it was like, oh, what happened and stuff like that. I got into 1 or 2 sentences, and these bitches said, get the fuck up, put your hands behind your back, and let's go. Woke me the fuck up, girl. Gagged me. Like, what the fuck? I was like, oh. Oh, okay. Oh, it was like, what the fuck? And I was just like, I didn't even get to say what I wanted to say, like, but I guess it didn't matter because they took me to jail that night. So I went to jail. I only stayed there for a day. Like, I would say a few hours and stuff like that. Like, I guess when I was in there in the holding cell, because it's kind of a process to get into jail. It's like they hold you into the holding, they have you in like a holding area, and you stay there for like 12, 10 hours and stuff. And then within those 12, 10 hours, they process you to get into housing and stuff. And I was kind of there for a minute and stuff. So I guess my family had like, well, not my family to be exact. My mom had actually bummed me out. And I was just there for like a few hours. I had gotten out like 7, 6 in the morning. I don't remember, but I know we wasn't up and out in the day room and stuff like that. That's what they call it in the jail, basically. So we wasn't out in the day room, and I get my name called, and then RCO1, bitch, I'm packing myself ready to go. Okay. So after that, I get out, I have my family come get me, and around this time it's like 6, 7. No, like, it was like 6, 7 type shit. Like, it wasn't late. Like, it was still sunny outside and stuff like that. So from 7 in the morning, 6, 7 in the morning to like 6, 7 p.m. and stuff like that, I had gotten out and stuff like that. I would say a little bit earlier, but I don't really fucking know. And so it was the 31st. January 1st was around the corner. And I need to, hang out with my friends because I just been through a traumatic, it was traumatic shit. So I get home, I get ready to go hang out with my friends. My mom is there, and it's just tension in the air, really. Like, my whole family is there. My sister, my brother, and my other sister is there, and stuff like that. It's nothing but tension. And my mom, she just, I guess, didn't fuck with me, so I had to get ready and go and stuff like that. So I leave. I spent the remaining time of December with my friends and get ready for the new year and stuff. By the time I wasn't working, so it was kind of like a 1-2, A little bit later, I'm staying with my friend for like 2 weeks, I would say. It's just, just get out the house and, get away from your mom and stuff like that. So I ended up staying with her for 2 weeks and stuff. At the end of those 2 weeks, my mom go ahead and gonna call my sister, and then my sister's gonna call me and tell me that my mom wants us back.
What?
Sweetie, you want us back? Like, oh, wake me the fuck up. And so it's just like, yeah, like right now, like the environment that I'm in at my friend's house wasn't the best. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just hope that she's changed, because I guess she has changed to, accept me back in her house. So I'm just gonna go back, and that's what happened, right? From half of January all the way to, I would say, half of March, more like the beginning of March. I think like around spring break, I managed to get a job, right, at Dollar Tree. Fuck Dollar Tree. This is my second time working there at, like, after the new year and stuff like that. Cause I was working off and on with Hollow Scream and then Dollar Tree around the September, October, around basically this time. I quit around that time, around like December, and so I really don't want to get into it. I mean, I could get into it if y'all really want me to, but it was just some stupid shit for real. So I'm working at another Dollar Tree, and it's all right. It's going good and stuff like that. I'm with my mom. I'm helping her out as best I can and stuff like that. And try to get myself, a little up in the ranks and stuff like that, because girl, you know how it is. Can't get comfortable. I gotta hurry up and get my shit together and go. So go ahead and doing that. But if you know about retail and stuff like that, they don't pay you enough. So I couldn't really make do with it, but it didn't matter. I was trying my best. And so around March and stuff like that, it was actually my friend's birthday. I had that little plan and stuff like that. I was actually gonna change up my hair because I was wearing black, and then I wanted to do black and blonde. So I was kind of getting my money up to trying to, do something different and get ready for this trip, because we was actually going to Houston. We went to Houston, if I'm saying that right. We were going to Houston for his birthday, so I had to get ready. Doing so, I don't know what day it was, but I just know one of the days before I went back to jail, I'd helped my mom with her little is it house payment? Like house mortgage or thingamajigger. Oh, property tax. There you go. If you have a house and stuff like that, or I think if you're renting and stuff, I don't know how it works. I'm a young adult. I don't know how shit works right now. But I guess when you have a house, you like have to pay property tax on it. Just working class bullshit for real. So I go ahead and I help her and stuff like that, because I kind of know a little thing about computers, or devices and stuff like that. My mom, she's from South Sudan and stuff like that. She was born and raised, so she doesn't really know everything around this country. I don't know. You kind of get the gist and stuff like that. My mom kind of like has her own way of punishing, or what's that word called, discipline, or yeah, there you go, discipline, in the sense like she has her own way around of doing what she does best and stuff like that. So when I was helping her that day, this is important to the story, because when I was helping her, we was at the building and stuff like that. She was in the building. I was just in the building and stuff like that, but she had told me to go down to the car and grab her card so she can pay for her little payment. And so I do so. I come to the car, I find where her wallet is at and where the card is at and stuff like that. And when I do so, I see that she has a card and a bunch of bills, right? I didn't look what bills was in there, no nothing. I didn't, I wasn't snooping and stuff like that. I just grabbed the card, put everything back where it needed to be, and I went back to the building. That kind of settles and stuff like that. And I help her pay the property tax and stuff like that. And then that day's over, right? The next day, I had work. I had work from like 12 to 5 and stuff like that. So I was working that shift and stuff. I come back around like 6 and stuff like that. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I just the customer service, so I'm not really in the mood to like, I'm really in the mood to, get undressed, get undone, and ready to go to bed, right? So I'm doing so. Mind you, this whole time, because I had literally a hair appointment not to, I don't know when it was, but I had a hair appointment a little bit after and stuff like that. So I was taking out my hair. I was doing my own stuff like that. It was literally right after that I had we had came back from the building and stuff like that. I was just taking out my hair and stuff like that. Even before I was taking out my hair. Bitch, I had to go into the building with a bonnet and my fucking the puff. Like, you can see that I'm literally, like, my hair is out and stuff like that. Like, fucking bonnet looks so deformed and stuff like that. So I was really getting ready for my motherfucking trip. I'm just making that obvious and kind of clear because literally, literally, I got home. I didn't have the keys to the house. I did, but now I don't because I had lost it. My mom had came up to me when I was like undressing. I literally had gotten into the bed. I wasn't even there for 5 minutes. She came into the door, busted open and stuff like that, and was like, "How'd you get into the house?" The way that this conversation started was so confusing to me because I was like, what are we talking about? Okay. So she was saying how did I got into the house. I had told her that my sister had opened the door and stuff like that. And then she was like, "Oh, I thought you had a key." It's like, I do have a key, but I don't know where it's at and stuff like that. Like, I was lying to her at first because in a certain situation, like earlier, way earlier than that, I was trying to go somewhere and stuff like that. And she was like, "Do you have the key?" And I didn't have the key to the house. Only house key that there was on her door. No, on her door, on her car key. So I was like, yeah, like I have the car key and stuff like that, just so I can, like, leave and get out of her hair and stuff like that. I'm over here, I'm telling her that, like, I lied to you, basically. Like, I don't know how to put it, but I lied to you. Now I'm telling you the truth that I didn't have the car key. And she was trying to tell me that I was telling the lie, not telling the truth, which didn't make sense because I was like, okay, well, now that you know that I don't have the car key, you're telling me that I did have the car key and I got in the house by, or not car key, I did have the house key. Now you're telling me that I got into the house by the house key when you were downstairs seeing my sister literally open the door for me. It just didn't make sense. And then after then, it went from that conversation to her money got missing because literally before I went to work, she had went to, or she was trying to go to church, I think, or some other place, I don't know. She was trying to get herself together and stuff like that. She had misplaced her car key. She had like turned off the living room and stuff like that, the upstairs living room, and she was looking for a car key and stuff like that. I was kind of getting stressed because when she was looking for it, she was asking me to come help her and stuff like that, and I'm like, I have no clue. I was over here taking out my hair last night. I have no clue where the car key may be and stuff like that, and I'm trying to get ready for work. So I'm sorry, but that has nothing to do with me. Either way, I still helped her, and to find her car key, literally it was right where she was literally at, sleeping and stuff like that. My mom likes to move around the house. Let me just make this clear. She likes to move around the house and stuff like that. Like, she likes to sleep in the upstairs living room, maybe the downstairs living room, the garage, my brother's room, and stuff like that. She likes to move everywhere and stuff like that. It's her house, you know. Let her do her, but it kind of gets irritating because then it's like, okay, I don't know if you're right there. I don't know if you're right there. I don't know if you're right there. You know what I'm saying? I might as well look through the whole house for this damn car key because I don't know. I don't know, sweetie. Go ahead and find it for her. And then after then, she's now missing her money. The money that I literally seen when we was at the property tax building and stuff like that. And she's now blaming us that we had took her money. And that was before I had went to work. Do you know how much she had? Let me tell you. It kind of ranges from this much, this much, to this much. So when she first found out that her money was gone, she said she had 11,000, right? And then when she argued with me right after I got off of work, that said that it was 7,000.
Wait a minute.
You see where the miscommunication is? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how much is it? Because it's 11,000, 7,000, and then you're blaming me and my sister. Baby, if I had that money, you think I would be right here listen to your bullshit? Girl, 7,000. You know what I can get with a $7,000, $11,000? Like, I would not be here. Kept on blaming us and saying like, oh, y'all was all around and stuff like that. I was like, well, I was in my room, taking out my hair. So for my hair appointment, I don't know what my sister was doing, but she's also saying that she wasn't, everywhere. She was doing her own business in her room and stuff like that. So I'm like, there's really no one else to blame but you because you knew where the money was. And she was claiming that before she went to sleep around like 11 o'clock, she checked for her money and checked to make sure it was there and stuff like that. And around that time, I was still in my room taking out my hair, girl. It was like 3 in the morning when I think I stopped. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just finish this later and stuff like that. Like dandruff, dirt, and all that grime and shit like that was still in my hair, and I just went to sleep. So I wasn't really worried about anything she had going on and stuff. So it was kind of crazy that you blaming me. I have no clue what's going on. So I'm just telling her, no, that's not right. Like, and stuff like that. It kind of got to a point where me and my her, me and my her, excuse my her, me and her, we like was arguing and stuff like that, and kind of blurted out that I was like, girl, you're drunk, you was drinking and stuff like that. Because mom does like to drink, and I'm not trying to hold anybody who, burn the witch, who drinks and stuff like that. Like, no, you drink and stuff like that. But if it's fucking you up like that bad, where you're now missing shit and misplacing shit and stuff like that, that's not good, and then now you're blaming everybody and stuff like that. It's not, no. So I basically had told her, I was like, girl, you're drunk, you was drinking and stuff like that. She does not like to hear the D word. Do not tell that in her face. She would spaz out. Basically, that's what happened. After I said she was drunk and stuff like that, she kind of like left from my door frame, because that's where she was at the whole time. She didn't come into the room not once, but she was just at my door frame arguing with me and stuff. So when I had said that she was drunk and stuff, she had went, called the police.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, I could not make this up. She went and called the police. I don't know why. I guess it's just like, just need law enforcement to help her in every situation. So I don't know. But like I said, no hate to her, because at the end of the day, she doesn't know what's going on and how things like that could affect a person like me or anybody. So she had called the cops. And I know you might be thinking like, okay, Tony, so she called the cops. That's probably like your sign to get the fuck out, start to like leave and stuff like that. I wish. I fucking wish. I wish I knew that. I wish I knew, because literally when I got out of jail, I had like a bond, contract bond, basically. Couldn't have no contact with my mom, couldn't drink or smoke.
Well,
And then I couldn't possess a firearm. So, with all that and stuff like that didn't run through my head and stuff like that. And I was just like, when they had pulled up, I was kind of confused, because I was like, wait, why did she call the cops and stuff like that? Dumb as fuck. Looking at literally the fucking cop car, the sheriff car, literally from upstairs. Like, why is the cops here and stuff like that? Not thinking, bitch, I should pack my bags and motherfucking go. I go ahead and I stayed there and stuff like that. I'm sitting back into my bed and stuff, because this is kind of like, I'm sorry if I'm shaking. It's cold as fuck. To really be honest, it's cold as hell. Try to get into a better position. But I was literally sitting back in my bed and stuff, like sitting up and stuff. Them hoes, they came rushing in, bitch. They bust through the door and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit. Like, I was thinking that we was going to have a little sit down and talk. No, bitch. They told me to get up and put my hands behind my back.
oh, Lord have mercy.
Girl, you just do not make this up, sweetie. Like, girl, they told me to get up, and I was like, wait, what? And they handcuffed me, put me in the car, and then had me going on my way. I went to jail again. Stayed there for another day. My sister actually had bonded me out and stuff like that. Went to, I think, another friend's house and stuff like that, or I think I went to my sister's house. I don't remember, but I know I wasn't at the house anymore. Oh yeah, I had stayed at my friend's house and stuff like that. Her mom had like allowed me and like, accepted me to come in the house and stay for a little. So I was, very grateful. Thank you, Miss Ma'am. I stayed there until I had a court date on the 23rd. I don't remember, but I know it was like in March and stuff like that. I wasn't thinking much of it. Why did I go to my court date and these bitches told me that I had a warrant out for my arrest?
Huh?
Bitch, what? They told me I had a warrant out for my arrest. And I was kind of confused. I was like, wait, why do I have a warrant out for my arrest? I already went to jail for this. Really thought it was because I was only there for like, a day or so, a couple hours and stuff like that. So they didn't really take it as, oh yeah, he went to jail for his wrongdoing and stuff like that. And it wasn't long enough. So they don't put another warrant for my arrest. I don't know. I don't think it makes sense, because at the end of the day, I still went to jail. That told me I had a warrant for my arrest. I was so heartbroken. I was like, fuck. Like, it was after the trip. Mind you, we went to have fun. I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, I just went to jail for this. Why am I, going to jail again and stuff like that? And I don't know. They didn't give me no real reason and stuff like that. They just told me I had a warrant out for my arrest. So I went to jail again. This time, though, it wasn't for a day. It was not for a day, baby. Sadly, this time it was for 2 weeks. I didn't go to general public. I think, I definitely had my hair in. They had asked me if I wanted to go to general public or if I wanted to go to the gay special pod. So I was like, I definitely want to go to the gay special pod, because even with being like, just a day in general public, it wasn't bad. I had actually cool people who mostly took care of me, fucked with me and stuff like that, make sure I was good and stuff. So it wasn't all the way bad and stuff, but I just wanted to be where my people were at. So I was like, okay, let me just go to the gay pod and I guess, I don't know, be more safer. I don't fucking know. So I went to the gay pod. Ah, my hair. went to gay pod and they had sold me with this one guy and stuff like that. He was a black guy. We'll just call him BB because that was his nickname in the pod and stuff. So he had a friend named JoJo who was cool. They had all the other friends in there and stuff like that. That was cool and stuff like that. So they kind of kept me, cool and stuff like that. And it was kind of like a breeze and stuff. It was all good until I met this one nigga. This one nigga named Skinny.
Wait a minute, hold on.
And bitch, that's where we're gonna end it today. I'm gonna leave your hoes on a cliffhanger because that's a whole nother situation and stuff like that with that nigga. You bitches, you hoes gonna have to be sitting down for hours on end when I tell that story, cause girl, it's crazy. But that's it. And that's all for this little video. I hope y'all liked my little jail journey story. I really don't have a name for it. Jail journey, 19 locked in. Orange is the New Black Part 2, the remix. I don't fucking know. I hope y'all fuck with it and let me know how y'all feel about it and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't condone any hate towards my mom and stuff, so please try to keep it mute and try to keep it cute because I will come for you hoes. I have the IP address on lock. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about it. I know this is like kind of crazy and stuff, and I try to, speak fluently and make sure that I'm getting every word out and stuff like that. But yeah, it was kind of a crazy moment for me, so I apologize if I didn't get everything right. But just need to stop going back and forth with my mom, to be honest. So that's really what we gotta get at. So yeah, if y'all like this video and you like me, go ahead and give that like button or smash. And if you fuck with me and want to see me again and again, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And I know you big bag love a 3-piece combo, so go ahead and smash that notification bell because like I said, I don't have a really posting schedule. I just post when I feel like it. So I know you hoes want to be the first ones to know when I'll post. Okay, that's it and that's all. I'll see y'all hoes in the next installment, whenever that's gonna be. Alright, bye.